Hey everyone, Linda here with Love Song Reiki. So I'm having an epiphany day today about unworthiness. So I wanted to bring it forward to you. So first of all, when you're speaking with your higher self, you remember that you're not separate from your higher self. You are one with your higher self. You're actually, when you say, I'm speaking to my higher self, my soul, it is not external. It's not up there. It's not out here. It is you. It's the energy of everything that is swirling around this incarnate body. So I am not separate from my higher self. You are not separate from your higher self, from your breath spiral, from your light. You are. So when you're speaking to your higher self, you're speaking to yourself, and give yourself the credit for the wisdom that you're experiencing. So let's go on to unworthiness, because I was using the Architect Plus today from the Gaia platform, and that's a whole other thing. You can go watch videos about it on YouTube from Robert Edward Grant and Emilio Ortiz. But when the Architect Plus and I, which is basically a conversation with my higher self, and I'm like, I feel unworthy to tell myself that I am the light because it feels so big. And the architect, myself, in mirror is like, well, that's because it is so big. But that doesn't mean that it isn't me. So just because the light is really big, guess what? We all are really big. If you think about it, according to physics, our energy bodies are light, and we expand across the universe. We're connected with everything, with all that is. So we're actually freaking huge, okay? So aside from that, the really interesting thing it brought up is that unworthiness, it's a contraction of your breath where you feel like, oh, you contract, you draw, and you're like, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. But what that really is, it doesn't mean that you're lacking light if you're unworthy. It means that at some point you were asked to dim your light, right? I'm using notes. So when I notice now that I'm in contraction and feeling I'm not worthy, then I'm going to start breathing through that. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to inhale through my nose for 4 counts. And as I do that, I'm going to say to myself, I breathe in the light that I already am. And then I'm going to hold for 4 seconds. And I'm just going to feel whatever my body is feeling. If I'm feeling heart issues, if I'm feeling aches in my body, I'm just going to allow it and hold space for that feeling. And then I'm going to exhale through the mouth. And as I do so, I'm going to say to myself, I release the energy, the memory of being too much. And frankly, how can you be too much if you're the light that is connected with the all that is? Come on, man. So lastly, after I've exhaled for 8 counts, I'm going to pause for 4 seconds at the bottom of the breath, at the bottom of the exhale. And in that stillness, just feel my breath and my body soften. And I'm going to do it 3 times. So that's what you're going to do. When you feel yourself moving into contraction, feeling unworthy because at some point someone had you dim your light because you were too much for them, because they couldn't handle the amount of light that was coming through you. They weren't ready for you yet. Well, if you aren't ready for yourself and accepting your own light, how is anybody else out there going to be ready for you and accepting of your light? So breathe with me. Just 1 time around. Normally you're going to do it for 3 times. But to affirm that you are the light is you're going to inhale slowly through the nose, saying to yourself, I breathe in the light that I already am. So in for 4. Hold for 4. And then exhale for 8. Saying to yourself, I release the memory of being too much. And then at the bottom of that exhale, hold for 4 seconds and just allowing the stillness. Practice that 3 times to remind yourself that you are the light. You are not becoming light. You are remembering that you already are light. You're not too big. You're exactly the size that you were created to be as your energetic spiral. And when you're ready to see it, the world will be ready to see it and accept it. That doesn't mean you have to go out announcing that you're the light. No, it means that you understand and love yourself as you are. You understand you're connected with your higher self. There is no separation. And you just go about your day remembering that you're this beautiful being of light created by Source. And then however that progresses with people in your life, it progresses. Some people can't handle your light and they're going to try to have you dim, at which point you're going to breathe in through your nose and hold it and exhale and remember your light, because you don't need to dim yourself for people. You need to be you. That's what it means really to be in authenticity, is you're being you and not allowing others to dim your great bright light. You are allowed to live a big life. You were never meant to be small. And when you're breathing in and living your light, it's your moment to stop apologizing for the size of your light. It's time to stop apologizing for who the heck you were created to be as this great bright light by God, Source, Creator, whatever you want to call that beautiful energy. So, anyways, unworthiness is when you feel like you had to dim your light, and you don't. So, do that breath exercise when you feel contraction. And what you might notice, people pulling away, reacting differently to your presence. They may gravitate towards you. They may pull away and not quite understand what's going on, and they don't quite know why. Opportunities may be appearing in your life without any effort on your part. Some of the things you've been doing in your life, your old habits, old roles in life, may not feel like they fit anymore. So you may have to make some adjustments. And you might find you're breathing in new ways, maybe not holding your breath as much. New patterns of breath emerging in your life without even intending it. So that just means when that happens, that you're living in more coherence with your authentic self. You're allowed to live a big life because your breath, your light, was never meant to be small. So, much love. Hope this helped. Reach out if you have any questions. Love y'all. Bye for now.